Today, I'm going to be making a textured trinket tray using Craftor Casting Powder. I'm glad I got that off my mouth. First off, I have to mention, I hate this tray. It's a free mold I got from somewhere. Everybody and their mother uses this mold, which is why I don't like it especially, but I figured it would be perfect to try this out. I saw a couple gals on YouTube doing a similar type thing with this texture with glitter and silver leaf, so I figured I would try it because Crafter was great enough to send me some casting powder to try out. Here I'm just starting off laying down silver leaf, and this stuff is all over the place. I have a big jar of it, and you basically have to pick pieces out and lay them down. In hindsight, I probably should have done this on a little bit more of an angle. I'm kind of straight across on this, but trying it out to see what'll happen. The casting powder is derived from minerals. It's chemical free and non-toxic. Other people call it eco resin. Pretty much everybody makes it. I've tried Alumilite's brand, which was awful. I tried Resincrete, which was okay. This is all right too. I do like the finished feel of the piece. It's very smooth and cold feeling. Here I'm just taking some mica powder and drizzling it in. I chose two different colors of purple mica. This color worked out good because it was deeper, but as you'll see in the finished piece, the second color I picked out turned pink. And that's what I don't like about mica powders. You have to buy good mica because whatever they're making it with, some colors just don't stay true. Like some blues and purples have a lot of black in them. And this other second purple color I used had obviously pink in it because pink came a predominant color from it. So the idea of this is just to kind of make a textured tray. I'm going to be putting in some Recollections glass glitter that I got from Michael's. One is purple violet and one is vintage silver. I think that's what I'm sprinkling in right now with my little scoop. And I'm also going to put some crushed glass in, which if I do this again, I will not use the crushed glass because it kind of left holes. And why this is okay to have holes in this kind of design, it was just no glass was showing through. And also, if you'll notice, you see how I'm putting the glass in the edges? That didn't show up in the finished piece. It somehow got swallowed up by the casting powder. So working with this is a little bit different than working with resin. And coloring it is another thing. I did two tests before I did this one. They do send 3 colors with their kit, red, I think green and blue. I knew I didn't want to use those colors, but I actually took some water-based acrylic paint and mixed that into this stuff, and like solid paint didn't even turn this any sort of color. So I'm all about texturing colors. I'd like to have like that marbling effect, but I knew I couldn't achieve it with the colors that they sent, so that'll be another video down the line. And here I'm just putting the crushed glass in again on the edges. Next time I will not be doing this step. But you're just kind of making it look crazy with mica powders, glass glitter, and then I took some, what was this called? Twinkling Silver Star Glitter from Funshine Color Shop. I love it in my resin creations, and it does give not so much of a sparkle as it gave like a little sheen. This has a little bit of black in it as well, and you'll see it in the finished piece. There's the crafting powder right there. And the little kit they send you has mixing cups. There's the 3 colors. There's small and large mixing cups, and there's a spoon. I did mix this in a cup. I didn't know how much I would need. I actually mixed up 9.17 ounces. You mix this like 100 to 30, but I did 200 to 60 for this pour, and it was actually perfect for this mold. So that came out to about 9.17 ounces. And you mix the powder into the water, and I didn't have any problems. It's very, very thick, and you're like, oh no, it's not going to work. But it actually does stir up. But you have a 2 to 3 minute working time with this once it's stirred up. And it is very clay-like feeling, although once you get it mixed up, it's very, very fine. And what I found also from using Alumilite in the past and J. Dixon's Resincrete, theirs started setting up quite fast, and this one stayed liquidy for a good half hour. You're supposed to be able to demold after half an hour, but I left it overnight, so I was doing this in the middle of the night anyway. So then I'm getting ready to just pour it in the back of the mold. And I didn't know if this stuff would all float away when I did this. So you just pour it in. I did have enough to fill it, and then you just kind of tap the edges to remove the air bubbles. I'm a day late too from announcing the winner from my big contest last week. I had Rose and Kelly come up with ideas, so how can you not have two winners? Kelly's going to get the geode coaster that I made, and I'm going to be making Rose a set of coasters in her favorite colors. So congrats, you two. Thanks for joining the contest. There I am just tapping it, squeezing the sides. Some air bubbles did come up, but I just poked them with a toothpick. Some of the mica did rise to the top, or that is the bottom, but it rose to the top, and I just kind of swirled it, which I don't show on video, but you'll see it in the end piece. It's always fun not knowing what's going to happen when you pour something new. Like I said, I saw two girls doing it, and they referred another girl, so I'll give links to their little textured trinket trays. I think one did hers in Resin, and I don't know what the other two used, but it's just some other ideas, different colors they used. Got to give credit where credit is due. This was not my idea, but I knew I just didn't want to pour a one color project. And then it's time to demold. See the little mica that rose to the back there? It comes out easily, but as you see, the mold got ruined. See how that second purple color just looks pink? And you just have holes from the glass. I wish the glass would have shown up a little bit better, but this is part of how this pour goes. Then you just take a makeup brush to brush off the excess mica. And I used an air gun or whatever, air thing to get rid of the rest of it. I did end up sanding the bottom, not wet sanding it. They include sandpaper in this kit as well. And I just sanded off the bottom edges a little bit so it wasn't so sharp. I'll probably put some rubber feet on this anyway. Who knows? Maybe this will be a giveaway because I don't know if I'll be selling this one unless I start making a bunch more little trays. Next step is to try Jesmonite, which I have not tried yet. After I get rid of the mica, I'm just buffing it with that makeup brush again, getting off any dust. It's kind of cool. I think I said this feels very cold when you're done, which I was not expecting, but it's not stone, but it almost feels like stone. It's very heavy too. That I didn't show very long is called Setin Stone Lemon Wax Polish. It's an all-natural finish that makes the piece water repellent, not waterproof, but it gives it a nice little shine. It smells really nice. It's like lemon wax and beeswax and shea butter or something. And you just put it on. They send you that little, they say it's microfiber, but that's more the type of cloth that you clean eyeglasses with. But you're supposed to rub it on in a circular motion. So I did it on the front and the top sides and then the side of the piece. I did not do it on the bottom. And just leave it sit, and then you just rub off the excess once that's kind of set up. I don't think I had another microfiber, so I just used a paper towel to wipe it off. But the tray turned out pretty cool. It's got a neat look to it. I like the nooks and crannies and holes and everything else that it has. Next time I do it, like I said, I'll do it more on an angle. There it almost looks like a band of color, and I will definitely not use that second purple color. And like I said, the crushed glass was just a waste to put in here. I couldn't see any of it. It just made holes. The glass glitter and that mica powder from Funshine Color Shop, that's the silver you kind of see off towards the edges. That was really cool, so I liked that effect. So it's just an interesting little trinket tray in the shape that I cannot stand. Personally, that's just my personal taste. I don't want to make things that everybody else makes the same shape because then everybody looks like they're making the same thing. That's why we try to make unique molds that no one else has. But there's my finished textured trinket tray. If you guys want to try this for yourself, I'll leave a link below to Bond Crafter's website where you can purchase their casting powder to try it out yourself.